sometimes we don't say anything because the words only confuse everything, right?
I get you.
But if I were to use words to try and say something worth listening to, it would begin with something like, the light of the universe loves this body that you're using. All of it. And the noticing that truth is real and permeates everything about you, is the invitation into, letting go of what it has been to be human. To be abiding by the rules as to what's possible for a human to be, to experience, to express, to understand, and to know about themselves and the rest of the universal self that they are. So we get lost in the humanity of life. And we don't know what to do about it, except the best that we can from the place that we are, and that's what we've got to work with. Here and now, exactly as beautifully fucked up as each one of us are. But perfect in the manifestation of the consciousness that we've expressed ourselves as so far, What we experience as ourself is what we've allowed ourselves to experience, and there's no one holding us back except ourselves. So instead of struggling to improve life as it is for you with your current level of self-awareness, and acting from there, instead experience the infinite and the eternal in your body in a profound enough way that you can make that next quantum step in the evolution of your manifestation of the consciousness that sets bodies free here. And that's what it looks like to me, is you're here to be free. You're here to understand. You're here to know what it is to be real and actualized and awakened. Okay, yes, from the rest of the universe, they gave me permission to say that to you. Yes, to the universal you. Why not? Really? Why not? And do we have to wait for that? No. Because it'll never come if you wait for it. It only comes right here and right now. So, that's what we're all here for, isn't it? To share a moment of celebration and each of our opening into more and more and more of that potential that we came here to freely express. And so, we've said that's what we want for ourselves, and yet then we experienced ourselves to be something dramatically different than that truth that we knew was real, and we knew was true, we knew was each of us, but somehow I couldn't stop being me. Just like you couldn't stop being you. And a good way maybe the only way, maybe the best way, I don't know, but open up and allow the universe to have its way with you. Rewire your brain, reorient the magnetics and the body systems, and just to create a vessel where when holiness and wholesomeness, the wholeness of you is at home in the body. So yeah, just say yes to allowing the body to be reorganized by the truth that sets it free. And that is the body's consciousness, self-realization that they're God. And that's what we all came here to experience after we've experienced life enough as it normally is here. Are we done with that? Are we saying, hey, let's give a completion to who we all showed up here tonight as? It's a fulfillment of your divine intention for yourself before you were born to be at this moment in this configuration, and this is where that story ends. And they lived happily ever after. Okay. So when the story is ended with a happily ever after, then what happens? We still find ourselves here, and in fear and confusion and not exactly living life in a masterful way. So each moment's the only one that we have. And it's not for us to think about these things and consider them and try and figure out things from a point of we don't know shit about anything. Or do we surrender to what does know? That which does love unconditionally, that which is a blessing to everyone and everything, everywhere, all the time, and always has been and always will be. The universe is that for you, open and self-realize that. You're the light that sets men free. That's what I see. Why not? Why not? Why not feel that radiance begin to be a part of your embodied reality? Embody the grace. It's the truth of you. Everybody's going to love it. especially you. You know, what's it like actually to live on Earth as a classically divine being or demigod or something that reality celebrates and supports in every way necessary, you know? Bodies don't matter. Consciousness matters. There, feel how you begin to be able to breathe in your body freely. Bodies don't matter. They are matter, and they have a dance, a flow, and a reason for being the way that they are. What we're exploring is, what if all those reasons have been fulfilled? What if there are no more reasons left for you to diminish yourself? Limit your self-awareness, limit your understanding, limit your wisdom, you know? Go unconscious and not even know who you are, what you are, why you are. So we're here in the dream of life, acting as if all these lives matter so much, and they do, of course, but the point is you're so outwardly focused that you started acting before you knew who and what you were or why you were here. But you can lay that to rest now. You can let that go. Every purpose has been fulfilled already. By you, and by everybody else. There's not one reason left for you to not say yes to your freedom, to your universal understanding. And whatever that thing is, it's that eternal magnificence. Yeah, that's what should be divinely self-aware in your own body as you, because it is. Just notice it. That's all you have to do is put your attention on it and notice that that's true. And as you open into trying to get your mind around understanding what that is, what the repercussions are, what the potentials are, what the liabilities are, and all those thought processes that we go through so that we can stop ourselves from ever being free, there comes a moment where we say, okay, I'm starting over right now. My own life is dead. And I'd like to be not just free as me, but free as whatever it is that I am, without the story of my life and my identity here as being the only thing that I know myself to be. This part of it has to be put into context of the universal and eternal. This can't tip the balance in any way, positive or negative, because what thing could oppose something that's omnipotent, omnipresent. And what's the other one? Omniscience, knows everything. Well, you can't. And who would? What level of consciousness would choose to deny itself the knowing of what's real and true? Well, by the evidence, we each were that. We each came here and crashed. We crash landed. Got knocked unconscious and woke up in a dream that we thought was real. Except the realness of this life is the dream. And waking up from the dream is not changing this reality, although reality would change quickly after. In short, let's just say it's time for the universal you, the unconditional. It's time for the truth to be our every word, our every motion, our every action. And as we let go of the things that it's just time for them to go now. Those limited ways that we tried to define ourselves and identify ourselves as something that we're not. So all we're doing is letting go. It's the things that we adopted as a truth that was, a fabricated identity and a fabricated reality. So that's what we let go of. We let go of this life. This life is dead. It's the completion. Your life is dead, and everything that's trying to influence you to do anything, anywhere, at any time, now has to come to terms with the fact that you're not the story anymore. You're something that is self-aware, eternally and universally. And this body is, just something that you're playing with right now. And it's time for the hero's journey to come to that happy ever after completion. The great work's done. And it's you. And you did it. And it's here and it's now. So let the celebration begin. The divine has found a home, at last, in you. And in everybody else that's willing to say, me too? Yeah? Oh, okay, yeah, I'm in too, thank you. Everyone dives in when they're ready. The only choice that we have is our own. When do we dive in? And end the insanity of life as we've lived it. Yeah, do it a little right now. You don't have to go all the way. You don't have to freak everybody out. All you have to do is let go of all that pain and suffering that's been a driving force in you deciding what to do with your life. Yeah, that's the obvious one to say. It was so nice knowing you. It was such a beautiful, painful, fearful relationship. I wish you well. Have a nice life. is not for you anymore. They're here to radiate the truth of you, which is a truth universal, the truth eternal. You know, you're the manifestation of the consciousness that allows this universe to be. That's you. You created it and you're keeping the game going. That's you. So let go of all the needless human guidelines for how an unconscious being should behave themselves, and instead just notice that you don't need to be governed anymore. You always behave appropriately in each situation so that the highest and best good occurs for everybody. Why not? Why not be that embodied consciousness that when you're around other people, they can finally relax and be themselves without having to be in confusion and unconscious, but just can open themselves and say, I love my life and I love it when I share a moment with her. Yeah, just like that, thank you. And to everyone, everywhere else, just the same. Be that oasis, that refuge in the desert, in the jungle, in the combativeness of life where somebody can have a free spot for a moment and go, nice to get a taste of the truth again. I'm not so worried about my life, thank you. And you pass on by. Words don't have to be spoken. All you have to do is stay in this moment of the eternal and universal truth of you. Right here, right now. That's what changes everything. And boy, it was really needed in me. But we're making better choices for ourselves, all of us. We're choosing to walk not just a pathway of freedom, but a pathway of grace. A pathway of abundance. Free flow. Life gets a free flow when it's flowing around you. You invite it. You invite a free flow interaction with every consciousness that notices you. Just, okay. Yeah, okay. We understand each other. Nice to meet you. So I think that's how relationships are going to be. We walk down the street and experience everybody being what they're being, and they experience you being what you're being, and you inspire each other, and you both go pop up to the next, even more magnificent way of being alive, and being real, and being true. Yeah, you can feel it's true. It is you. It is real. It's us. It's all of us. But we each have to make the choice to notice that and allow that to move the body through a transformational shift so that the body's not fighting or incapable of being as flexible as the universal truth is a blessing to know. And all the universal truths. Have them. Just say yes and stay in that opening and notice they're all being downloaded into you as much as you want. And by being downloaded into you, I don't mean that what's real about you is your body. It's not. The body doesn't matter. The body's not you. You know that, but still, the body's not you. You're not the body. So quit knocking yourself unconscious so much about your likes and dislikes about what happens to the body. You know? Let that universal radiance permeate you. And allow that to shift how you respond to others. So that the way things used to be just aren't that way anymore. It just changes. We surrender to let it go. And in that letting go, opened into the truth that sets you free, and that is, you're the light of the universe, you're the consciousness of the universe, you're that which so gracefully created the universe so we could do this. But now we're going to do it a different way. We're going to do it the fun way. We never tried that before. The way where we all win, all of us. Because it only takes a few people to open all the way and let go of everything that's less than everything. And that's it. It's like Yvonne was saying, there's universal treasure. And it's like going up to Ali Baba's cave or the cave where the dragon just has nearly endless amounts of gold. And you see one coin there at the entrance to the cave, and you take it. And if you'd paid a little attention to the dragon, or the whatever it was that was taking ownership of that universal gold, they weren't protecting the treasure from you. They were keeping it nice and noticed for you. Don't just take one aspect of freedom. Take them all. Let your body be a virtuoso instrument for the universe to play with. I mean, that'll be a tough one for me, but you know, I said it, so I'm in on it too, if you guys are. Why not? Why not know what it is to know yourself as that which knows universal creation and has a universal understanding? And then actually true love for themselves, whatever that is, and every other manifestation in the universe, all life, all matter. All of it matters to the Creator, and the Creator's there for all of the matter. And every subatomic particle of it. There's nothing but God consciousness, Creator consciousness. There's nothing but that. And then there's these little frequency shifts that cause a physical object to manifest. But at the point that the physical object is willing to ponder the question of, is there an infinite and eternal nature that's true of me? And if you ask the question, then the answer comes right to you and knocks on your door and says, you ready? How much are you going to open to this? How much do you want to be set free? You want to get a raise at work? Is that what you want? Or do you want to contemplate the fact that universal power is holding us all in the palm of its hand and saying, whenever you're ready, open and be free. Whenever you're ready, open and be free. That'll be the painting I do for you guys tonight. Whenever you're ready, open and be free. Okay, are we done? Oh, we only did like half an hour. At any rate, this is kind of what I do. I'm trying to find a way to experience in my own body what I'm talking about, and so having an experience and sharing like this with people who are openly saying yes in every possible way for everything in every way to get better for them in each moment. And so that's why we get together. That's why we're here. Most of the time I'm unconscious about it. But the reason I'm here in this house is to share this experience with everybody that walks in the door. And so, thanks for walking in the door and having this experience.
My time is now.
Our time's now, yeah. Finally. I had to wait a lot longer than
Oh
you
my
guys
God.
did.
Finally I meet you.
Not only that, I lived a horrible life, so it's, I can't imagine how much you have to let go of when you consider the net value of your life to the rest of humanity and you go, fuck, I shouldn't have been born. And then you go, okay, I'm still alive, so I'd like to do better now than I've been doing. I'd like to know what it is to be real. What's it like to not just be a bag full of thoughts and ideas and belief systems? And some of your memory of all of your ancestors from the first cell. Yeah, that's a lot to take on when you take on a body, you know. You're a million lifetimes of people up until they had sex, and then there's a new generation, and now it's you. It's you. You got all that on your back. Well, it's kept coming forward until there was somebody that said, okay, no problem. Let's just open up and find the truth within ourselves that sets us free. That kingdom of heaven within, that still point, that place where when we're operating from there, you know, we're present with something, you know, interesting. And why not? At least that is the starting point. So, thank you.
Super grateful, and you know, I also feel something during I receive it. You will reach what your goal. You will reach it, definitely. I don't know what is your goal, but you will reach it.
No, thank you.
You do everything right. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And so my intention is to embody that as my normal reality, you know, to, instead of feeling this pain and this tightness and this, you know, discomfort in the body because something's not right. It's all just vibration. It's all just consciousness. And if a human can observe a particle and it becomes a wave and a wave and it becomes a particle, then that says that consciousness is the creator. The creator is you. And how conscious do you have to be of the truth of yourself for the body to be free?
To create.
You know, so you ask the question, you get the answer, and all you have to do is be willing to stay open to the transformational shift that happens. It's nearly impossible to, but you know, you say, okay, I'm going to go a little deeper this time. And then there's a moment in time where you've been playing with that long enough to where you can't quite go back to sleep the way you used to. You know, there's always a self-awareness of, I'm not struggling with life, I'm enjoying it. And why not? Right? And in that, yeah, it's a simple way to say, yeah, I'm done with all that. I'll let everything that made it necessary, made it real, for that to be my experience of reality. Yeah, it's okay to let all that go right now. Yeah. And in doing that, that's how, when we wake up, but then as soon as we start wondering if we're going to go to sleep again, you already are. And, you know, so it's just noticing all the time, on a regular basis, fuck, I'm so unconscious, what happened to me? And then you go, oh yeah, and you're back.
Just by noticing.
Yeah, that's it. You just choose to be back. I fucked up? Oh, okay, I'm back then. Just that. And then eventually we should let go of enough shit that shuts us down to where there's nothing that shuts us down anymore. So, thanks for playing.